dear students. Today I am going to explain you SS lesson number 5. Name of the lesson is Natural Disasters. On 12th March 2011, Krishna saw the pictures of tsunami in the newspaper. After reaching school, she asked her class teacher, "Sir, I read the news about tsunami in the newspaper. How does a tsunami occur?" Sir replied, "Natural disasters are of two types. Disasters like earthquake, tsunami, and volcano occur due to the changes in the interiors of the earth, whereas disasters like flood, cyclone, forest fires, drought, etc. occur due to the changes on the surface of the earth." Did you understand, children? What do you mean by disaster? There are two types of disasters. Earthquake, tsunami and volcano are in the interior of the earth, and flood, cyclone and forest fire, drought are the disasters on the surface of the earth. Now let's start with the first disaster, that is earthquake. What do you mean by the earthquake? The weak upper crust of the earth suddenly experiences tremors, either due to the collision of plates or due to the tremendous pressure in the interior of the earth. Waves, tremors of earthquake originate from its hypocenter, which is deep down below the surface of the earth. Here the picture of the epicenter is given. See the plates, two plates are given here, and hypocenter focus is there. From here the earthquake has started. This is the point. See, the plate has been shifted under the ground, under the earth. Earthquake, such a sudden shaking or trembling, is known as an earthquake. Earthquake waves are created from the epicenter during the process of an earthquake. Earthquake occurs due to internal disturbance in the earth. You can see the scene over here. During the earthquake, see, the buildings are falling down. Scenes of destruction due to the earthquake. Disturbance on surface due to the earthquake. Both the pictures are given. You can see over here how the buildings are falling. The waves of earthquake spread outward from the epicenter. The point on the surface of the earth exactly above the hypocenter is known as the epicenter. The intensity of the earthquake is felt the maximum around the epicenter. The vibration is more near the epicenter. The effects of an earthquake decreases as we move away from the epicenter. The buildings and construction things which are on the epicenter, there the vibrations are more, the destruction is more. As we move away from the epicenter, the vibration intensity becomes less. We can measure the intensity of the earthquake and know its point of origin with the help of a seismograph. The machine used to measure the intensity of the earthquake is known as seismograph. There are three main reasons for the occurrence of an earthquake. See, which are the three reasons for earthquake is arise. Earthquake caused by volcanic eruption. Second is earthquake caused by the strike-slip faults. And the third reason is earthquake caused by subduction in an active subduction zone. These are the three reasons why the earthquake occurs. The center of the earth is approximately 6,371 kilometers far from Earth's surface. How many kilometers, children? The center of the earth is 6,371 kilometers. Now, second disaster is volcano. Volcano refers to an opening in the earth's crust from which motion, lava, rock fragments, ashes, dust and gases are ejected from below the earth surface, underground, under the earth. Lava, rocks, fragments, ashes, dust, and gases are ejected from below the earth's surface. Underground, the earth, see what happens. There are two types of volcanoes given over here, the picture. The first one is dormant volcano, and the other one is active volcano. Active volcano is always active in the active form, and dormant volcano is always inactive, but it erupts like this. The only smokes and ashes comes out, and here the fire comes out. It is very hot. Volcanic eruption occurs due to four main reasons. So now see which are the reasons of volcanic eruption. Number one is high temperature in the interior of the earth. When the temperature is very high under the ground, inside the earth, it comes out, it bursts out. Now second reason is creation of magma. Third reason is creation of gases and vapor. And the fourth reason is rising of magma towards the earth's surface, underground. Now see what do you mean by the magma. It will come over here, I will explain you. The magma is pushed upwards by the gases lying under the magma. Secondly, the water percolating through the cracks and openings of weak rock surface turns into vapor. This vapor is full of pressure owing to lack of space and tries to come out with great force. Underground, where there are cracks in the rocks, you know, the rainwater is poured and it goes inside the surface of the rocks, and that when heat is there inside, that water comes out in the form of evaporation, and that pressurizes the lava to come out. This vapor also causes magma to rise upwards. The gases present in the magma reach near the surface of the earth and erupt with a high pressure in the form of lava, ash, gases, rock pieces of various shapes and size, etc. Small rocks also come out, small pieces of rocks also come out with this pressure, and this is known as a volcano. All these volcanic residuals come on the surface of the earth and form a mountain-like structure. If the amount of gases and vapor is more and the vent on the earth's surface is narrow, vent means the hole, it is very narrow, at that time then eruption is dangerous. But if the amount of gases is less and the vent is broad and long, then the molten lava comes out slowly and spreads itself on the earth's surface. There are three types of volcanoes. Number one, active volcano. Number two, dormant volcano. And number three, extinct volcano. Now, volcanoes are found at various places in the world. There is only one active volcano in India, and that is in the island of Andaman and Nicobar. Only one only one volcano which is active in India. Where it is? It lies in the islands of Andaman and Nicobar. You can see in the map. Andaman Nicobar Islands are given. Volcanic eruption at any place or region leads to massive destruction in the local area. When it erupts, it is massive destruction in that particular area. Volcanoes have certain benefits too. Yes, children, you can see there are benefits also of this volcano eruption. The fertility of land increases due to lava. See which are the benefits. First benefit, the fertility of land increases where the lava erupts. The agricultural production is very good due to fertile land in Java and Sumatra. Which places? Java and Sumatra, as it is made of lava. There the agricultural land is very fertile. The potassium rich soil from the volcanic residuals helps the farmers to obtain abundant crop production. The hot water springs in the areas of volcano have obtained abundant crop production. The hot water springs in the areas of volcano have germ killing property, and that cures skin disease. At a lower depth from surface of earth, certain minerals like mercury, tungsten, tin plating, zinc, aluminum, etc. can be obtained easily due to volcano. See, such type of minerals come out from there near the volcano erupted area. You get all these types of minerals. The lava that cools down, once the lava comes out and it spreads nearby area and then it cools down inside the vent of the extinct volcano, turns it into diamond. See, with the passage of time, this lava turns into diamonds. The small rocks thrown out during volcanic eruption known as lapilli, which have been proved to be very useful as they can be molded easily. Now see children, next disaster is tsunami. You can see our spelling starts with a T, but T is silent. You are not supposed to pronounce T. You pronounce it as a tsunami. Due to volcanic eruption or earthquake on the sea floor, high oceanic waves are created. They are known as tsunami. They are high and have unimaginable length. You can see over here the picture is given of tsunami, how the waves are coming on the road. It is so forcefully, and you see over here the scene in the ocean created. Their length is approximately 700 to 1600 kilometers. These waves travel with a great speed and force. By the time they reach the coast at the border, see, they attain great height and power, which causes a great deal of destruction in the coastal regions. It was witnessed on 11th March 2011 in Japan. Tsunami came in the year 2011 on 11th March in Japan. Strong and whirling wind also create big and strong waves. Once the storm gets over, these waves become tall with a high wavelength which can travel great distances. Such waves cause a great deal of destruction in the coastal regions, hence they are known as the destructive waves. At times, rock falls, ice falls, or underwater landslides or slumps can generate displacement of water to create a tsunami. Now next disaster is flood. You can see over here the pictures are given of the flood. See what is the situation. The houses are under water. Scenes of destruction due to flood. The flow of excess of water in a river is called flood. Many times you must be seeing in the news during the monsoon season that floods are there over here, over there. Flood occurs due to two reasons. See, which are the two reasons? Heavy rain in the upper course of a river, or if a dam on river breaks. Flood occurs in the low-lying areas on the river bank. Next disaster is famine. Famine means drought. You can see over here the picture is given. When there is no rain, the cracks occur in the soil, upper layer of the earth, and that is called famine. Scenes during the time of famine, you can see the picture is given over here. Scanty rainfall leads to dry. Scanty means little rain, very less rain. Rainfall leads to the drying up to of the ground water and shortage of food and water. This condition is known as drought. The condition of famine occurs in case of scanty rainfall or no rainfall for 2 to 3 years successively. The possibility of famine is less if we plant more trees. To avoid famine or drought, you should plant more trees. Now next disaster is cyclone. The simple meaning of cyclone is air which blows at a great speed. It can be called a storm or whirlwind. The coastal areas of India experience cyclone every year. The eastern coast especially experiences it every year. The adjacent regions also feel the effects of cyclones when it is at highest intensity. However, these winds affect a limited area for a limited period of time only. You can see over here the picture of cyclone is given. See, strong winds are blowing and you can see over here the trees and all. It is mess up. Scene of cyclone. Now next disaster is forest fire. Many times we see in the news channel that there is fire occurred in the Africa jungles, forest, and till one month the fire doesn't come in control. You can see over here. Friction between dry branches of trees and other factors cause forest fire. It causes a great amount of damage to the forest resources. Scenes of forest fire. Next disaster is landslide. Scenes of landslides you can see over here. The slides of a large mass of rock material, soil, etc. down the side of the mountain or cliff is termed as landslide. Two factors cause landslide: excessive rainfall or an earthquake. For example, in the rainy season, the railway transportation in Konkan gets obstructed due to landslide.